Welcome back to our channel. We are providing some red purple law content. It's like a favorite deck of one of the homies. So he's playing his build and stuff like that. Try to diversify our content. I mean, as much as we can, right? Because if you have a favorite, you have a favorite. But this is a hard counter of a matchup. It really is. I mean, in fact, I'm about to try to YouTube search to see if there is a Reiju that beat a red purple law, and how did that even go down? Like, it's such a hard counter, it's ridiculous. Imagine playing a deck full of vanilla characters and they're underpowered as well. You know? It's crazy. Playing a vanilla turn 7 at 7k. Playing a vanilla turn 5 with 6k power. Like, all that is absurd. And that's essentially what happens in this matchup. Reiju can't really do anything. And then Reiju also runs the risk of losing all their characters and their whole system, because trash has to get set up. The lower versions of them have to get on the board. Then the bigger version. So it's like, pick your poison. Which one is getting bottom decked? And unless you can cycle through your deck enough to just have an overwhelming amount of copies and eat up so much Dawn that you could be less than red purple law, you're not winning. You're not even going to get your character effects. Super hard counter. Super hard counter. But hey, that's the life of competitive card games, especially with no side deck. But I don't even know what Reiju can do for a side deck. Like, you literally have to play trash cards in order to allow yourself to get abilities. Like, what's that card that nobody used? Top Knot or something? Just burn 2 and bottom deck of 4. Nobody uses that. But Reiju will have to use that against this law. It's weird, right? Same thing, Golden Lion, whatever that move is. KO 5, tap 3, pop 2. Yeah, Reiju will literally have to play cards like that just so they can have a chance of getting their character abilities. But this game would need a side deck, because that's irrational to just play those cards. At least I believe so. It wouldn't make sense in my book for Reiju just to, play those cards, like, just cause. It would only be for this matchup. And it would probably be effective too. Because she draws. And, oh, look. Understandable, respectfully. G. But yeah, Reiju draws, so it might be a thing. There might be a possible thing. You just play, you're drawing cards, you're playing, you're bottom decking, you're getting your Dawn count low, and you set up your trash if possible if you got the stage, and then there you go. You might actually be able to use your abilities in a red purple law matchup. Now we have, it's like a weird mirror match, right? So it's not a real mirror match, but then it's funny because they're both law leaders, so it's like a mirror match. But anyway, we got the traditional, the OG red green law versus what used to be still the new kid on the block, right? Red purple in the context of law leader. Yeah, let's go with that. In the context of law leader. I'm actually curious if they're gonna make any more leaders that can't attack. Like, is that happening? Hody is like a pseudo leader like that. Which Hody would be somewhat playable if he didn't do that, by the way. If they just let Hody still attack without having to be rested, that deck would see play. And they can. They can just errata it. And say, look, you know what? Don't rest your Hody no more. I doubt that deck would just somehow become S tier just because of that. But I just think it'll be playable because of that. Anyway, red purple law should pretty much have his way with red green law, because everything can just keep getting bottom decked. You don't even have to like cost reduce. Well, they still got the blocker. That's interesting. Because there's an Otama in hand, and Otama could essentially lower the killer and allowed you to just start. Oh, they let it go. That's interesting. You know what it is? Because you got more attacks, and essentially losing Chopper and losing Killer would just destroy their board. Get back 2, do some of that, swing into, lets it go. See, this is the sad part of the story, because it's like there's not really an effort. Take that Cavendish power and swing for 7. Looks like that's what we're going to do. Oh, okay, we're going to play Kid. Get the free bottom deck on the Tony Chopper. And summon Killer, I would say. Yeah, there we go. You can still put the Don on him. Okay, doesn't want to put the Don on him. I respect it. Get a couple of 6K swings, because that should be good enough when you really think about it. Here's a 7K. And here's another 7K. And RG, subscribe.